What's up, guys? Welcome to Chasing the Storm, episode 4. The time has come for another episode of Chasing the Storm. We are really, really excited that you're joining in tonight, mainly because we have the man, the myth, the legend, and you've heard my story about it, but if this were a family tree of Top Shot, okay, he is in the family lineage. This is Thunder Hour, so give it up for Thunder Hour. He's here tonight. What's up, man? How are you tonight?
What's up? Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. I'm just waiting for the time that we could get it together and talk all things Thunder, and a really good time to talk some Thunder tonight. I'm going to dive in more later on what you got behind you, because if I'm peeking right, I see some crypto slabs back there.
Crypto slabs, yeah. There's a bunch of this is kind of my Thunder wall, so
I love it.
A lot of fun stuff.
That's what's up. That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to dive into that and kind of we'll talk about that more here in just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we'll start out. B. Bleezy, the dynamic duo. Yes, if you're here in Oklahoma City, we'd say Jim Traber and Al Ashbeck. It's Chasing the Storm. It's Okiekid and Thunder Hour. Bleezy, I'm glad you're here today, man. Thanks for being here in the chat.
They're the dominant duo. We're the dynamic duo.
We'll dynamic. That's right. Yeah. They're the dominant duo. We're dynamic. I like that. That's we're gonna have to make t-shirts up for that. I think
there we go.
Anyways, well, we'll talk a little bit about what we plan to do tonight. First off, we're going to talk about all the games around the league. We're going to jump into that here in a little bit and see kind of where everything is going. We are in a serious playoff push here. It really hit me today whenever I was looking at the standings and I had the Thunder schedule up, and I was like, oh my gosh, we are like literally 4 weeks away from the end of the regular season at most, and playoffs are right around the corner. Then we're going to talk about some standings. We're also going to talk the drop that just happened. I'm loving it. The MGLE I'm all about it. 12 games. I think you're right, B. Bleezy. And we're going to talk about these one-of-ones that are out there that I think are still live in cases, at least they were this morning. That Cooper Flag one-of-one. And then I think, too, the first ever LeBron one-of-one still not been pulled. I haven't seen that come across. Thunder, have you seen that on on Twitter?
It's still in the cases. Yep, both of those are still in the cases.
That's awesome. Well, that's going to be a crazy chase, too. And then we got our 7:30 our time, 8:30 Eastern giveaway that we did on X. And so we'll be giving away some cool stuff there. And of course, we got giveaways for you guys in the chat today as well. And then plan at the end of our stream tonight, we're going to rip a box. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I will take us through some discussion of pack pricing. We'll look at that data. And we'll also look at some data when it comes to how many sets have been finished and those type of things. So without further ado, let's jump in here and let's check around the league here. Thunder Hour, you were saying you were watching the Spurs game. Tell us what you've been seeing there.
Yeah, Spurs are leading. Last I checked, they were up by about 12 points over the Heat. Spurs are rolling just like the Thunder. I mean, it's been quite an impressive run for both of them. I think the Spurs had won 7 in a row going into the night. Thunder are on an 11-game winning streak. So
yes, this
is poised to be a fun end of the season, and just one of them's got to lock into that 1 seed. Hopefully, our Thunder gonna take control of that.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, I'm really intrigued with these matchups. Like as it gets closer, it's going to be serious time when it comes to what's going on with who's in the. I'm really curious if the Nuggets are going to get up into the three. Or are they going to stay in the 6? I'd really like to have a Nuggets Spurs beat each other up before the Western Conference Finals, as opposed to us having to take on one of them early. But let's go around.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll start with our Thunder. Looks like a nice win in Jared McCain's return to Philadelphia here, 56-36.
J-Dub's back.
J-Dub's return. Yeah, we're gonna have to dive into his. I want to see what his score line is going to be tonight. I'm sure he's on a minutes restriction. I mean, I would be guessing. But this is crazy. If I'm reading this right, is this a 6-point Isaiah Hardenstein is our leading scorer tonight?
I don't think that's right.
Let's jump into this box score real quick. So J-Dub, there we go. J-Dub's got what, 9 minutes?
Yeah, you love how the box scores I feel like are backwards on NBA.com. The
Yeah,
points are all the
I
way on
know.
the
I
right.
gotta go all the way over here to points. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
SGA's got 11 and
11.
J-Dub's got 8.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. 8's not bad. 11. That's weird. It said leaders. That made me think like that Isaiah Hartenstein was our leading scorer with 6 points. And I was gonna be like, that's the most balanced night of scoring we've ever seen. But all right,
Everybody's got 6.
let's see how Luka is doing here. Looks like the Pistons. Oh, this could be a good matchup. Pistons Lakers 53-43. That'll be a really good matchup here, and we'll see how Luka is doing. 17-3-1. Yeah, Thunder Celtics this week, B. Bleezy. You're right. That's going to be a great matchup. We got Pacers. Yeah, it's going to be good. I had us down as a loss here at our place, but we might end up taking that L over there in Boston. I don't know. That's going to be a great matchup, especially if Tatum is there. Magic 58-57 over the Pacers. Spurs got a 13-point lead on the Heat. Victor Wembanyama, 11-4-2. That's our NBC game of the night.
I love having these games. I know, like, I understand a lot of people are kind of disappointed that there's like NBC, Peacock, ESPN, Prime, all these different places to find the games. But the one cool thing for me is like there's several games that are actually on regular TV, like ABC on Sunday, NBC on Monday. And then, there's just kind of feel like they have made the schedule to where there's like a prime time game, like a good game every night, and they kind of highlight that, which to me makes them feel a little bit more special. I don't know.
I'm in agreement. And honestly too, I love the variety of commentators. I mean, nothing against, my favorite person, Doris Burke or anything. But like, just like getting that crew from NBC to give some play-by-play. I like it. It's, you get them, then you get an ESPN crew, and then some, we know our hometown crew, of course, on FanDuel. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I like it too. I like the NBC piece too, and I feel like the NBC piece has done more for like showing the pregame. I've seen intro videos from different arenas, and I like that. That gives me a little more kind of feel for what it's like. So I like that.
Lazy's saying I shouldn't have to buy League Pass and all these other things. I mean, I get that. I think it's like one of those deals where everything costs in life these days, I mean, I spend a fortune on all this stuff, unfortunately, but basketball is kind of my only real big hobby. Top Shot in the NBA is kind of my deal. So I'm willing to pay for it. I don't know. There's ways to split it with family, split it with friends, ways to bring down the cost just a little bit. So
our non-sponsored friends at NordVPN, ExpressVPN too. There's different ways that I've had to use sometimes to watch a game if it's blacked out. Not confirming or denying live stream, of course. But
the funny thing is I'm so like old, I guess, or I act like I'm old. I don't even know how to do any of that stuff, so I just have to pay. It's unfortunate. I should probably like think about all these things, but
I like it. Okay, we're dropping our favorite one-of-one moments on NBA Top Shot for a giveaway. So that's exciting. I think I saw a Bam 82-point game, lots of opinions. I like that. The Jaylen Brown Kingmaker from his 50-point game versus the Clippers. I don't know. What's your favorite one-on-one Thunder hour? Do you have one that just like pops up immediately?
Ah, man, I don't know. I was kind of looking at some of them. I've been offering on some just because if people aren't going to offer on them, I'm going to offer. But like Curry, I just love the thumbnail, and I don't know, something about Curry just when he has a monster game, hits like daggers, he's done it to us many times. It's just so much fun to watch, and so I would say like off the top of my head, Curry's one of my favorite Kingmakers. But we're still yet to see the Shea Kingmaker, So
that's true.
We will have a new favorite here at some point down the road.
I was really excited to I got that J-Dub one-of-one on the Mojo And that was exciting for me. That's probably one of my favorite moments. I got that crypto slab for sure. But yeah,
I was trying to get the Shea Hollow Icon Omega, which is a 101. And this one guy kind of just bid it up pretty high, which is funny because now he's trying to sell it. And I'm like, you should have just let me get it in the first place, because I don't want to pay what you paid. But if you're just going to try and sell it or flip it, you maybe should have just let me get it, and not have to deal with it. Because I'm not going to give him more than or as much as he wants, I don't think. So it's all right. I do. There's something about a 101. I mean, they're brand new to Top Shot this year. There's just something about having something that no one else can have that I really want. I've wanted an ultimate. I've tried to get the finals ultimate Shea.
Yeah, the out of 10, right?
Yeah, it's out of 10, which there's 2 burns, so it's actually only out of 8. And I've really been pretty aggressive trying to get that, but 7 of the 8 are locked. So it's nearly impossible to get one. And so maybe someday.
I think we've got. I'm gonna let me see if I can pull that up real quick, because I'm with you. That's a lovely moment, especially with our first championship here. Let's see. That is not the Supernova. There it is, right here. Yeah, the ask is 3.3 million on that. I think that's hilarious. Let me
I've had some conversations with that person, and we've come kind of close to finding a deal. It's so expensive, and it's one of those things where I'd have to make some big sacrifices to make it happen, and it's just one of those deals where it's kind of hard to pull the trigger on something like that. But I'd like to get the legendary. I don't have the legendary finals yet, so that's actually probably a more realistic target for me. But no, I mean, the cool thing about that ultimate is it's from 4 different games, I believe. I believe it's from all 4 wins, a moment from each win. And then the thumbnail. I don't know if you saw on Twitter a while back, but I posted my trophy case, which is all my trophy thumbnail moments. I have about 13 of them, and I love the moments with the thumbnails with the trophies. And that Shea is obviously the pinnacle for a Thunder fan.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. I know it's not on there, but I love that image too. And you know it well of like on the memorial at the parade when he's on the bus. I know it has nothing to do with Top Shot, but if that was ever put in as a moment, I would be a stacker of that, because I think that's such an iconic image for an OKC, for somebody that just is a fan and a resident and everything.
Yeah, I see B. Bleezy says he didn't get a 101, but he secured his first legendary from a game he attended. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's what's up, B. Bleezy. What game?
I don't know. Well, yeah, what game was it? That's what I'm kind of curious about. I've actually had the chance to meet B. Bleezy in Vegas. So that was kind of fun. I think he was there during the NBA Cup, actually, when we were both there.
Really?
But yeah, I think he had went there with a friend, if I don't, if I'm remembering correctly. But Peyton Pritchard 3-point game. Nice. So I'm guessing that, that's obviously like a hollow, or does Peyton Pritchard have? I think that's a hollow. Yes, very nice dinner with Roham. B. Bleezy. Yes, that was fun.
Very cool. So let's talk about this Thunder Hour, because I want your take. Last stream I made some pretty, so far I've been I'm 4-2 on my predictions. So I guess 66% win rate's okay. But I'm curious to see here. I went ahead and just scoped out the last part of the season, and I want to share with you what my thoughts are. And I want to see what you think when it comes to the end of the season here. So let me get this pulled up. We've got the last few games here. So this was my prediction made back on the 9th. See if we can see that. Let me change the view just a little bit so we can see a little better. Oh, that's not it. All right. Well, I guess I like this one better. Let's go back where we were. I'll just zoom in a little bit. So we've got We had Denver, which I thought we were going to lose against Denver and Boston, but we won both of those. We know that we've been on a streak here. But I put us down in the win column. I put us for a win tonight, a win in Boston, and then a win at home in Chicago. And then I don't know why, but I just felt like this Sunday, Monday back-to-back of the Knicks, Detroit, both on Peacock. Hopefully J-Dub would be back by then, which we already know he is. That to me was just like I could see a couple stacks of L's, which would make us all sweat going into the last little stretch here. And then we have the Lakers and Utah away. I know the Utah Jazz are wanting to lose every game here. And then at the Lakers on the 7th. And then we have at the Clippers, at Denver for this last little road trip. And then we finish on Sunday the 12th against the Suns. So I had us losing, going 50-15, or sorry, 62-20 at the end here. So any of these that catch your eye that you're like, Levi, what are you thinking? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I do think Boston on Wednesday is going to be tough. Just at Boston, it's the end of the road trip they've had. That'll be their 5th game on the road trip. I think that's always going to be tough. I'd say Boston probably wants to make a statement in something like that too. Not that we can't win that game. So I'd consider that one of the tougher ones. Against Detroit at home, I do think the back-to-back will probably rest some players potentially. And if that's the case, I don't think Detroit's going to beat us though, because they're still going to be without Cade. That's more than likely. And so the New York one could catch us, I think. New York's kind of in that playoff race in the East. They, some of these teams kind of need these games, maybe even a little bit more than us, I feel like. I really don't see anything too tough, though, until we get towards the end. I think that at the Lakers and at Clippers back-to-back could be really tough because those are teams going to be eyeing for playoff positioning, and then at Denver. So you got 3 games in a matter of 4 nights. I think if we could go 2-1 like you predicted, that would be great. Yes. I would say that I would call that a win. But that could probably be the toughest. The last game of the season, I mean, it's all dependent on who needs it or who, Exactly. It's kind of a silly game towards the end. I had tickets for that game, for the Phoenix game, and I'm like, I sold that a long time ago, just because that last game, it could be, a bunch of our bench, Barnheiser, and who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of one of those deals where I don't have a lot of expectation, but if we need it to stay the 1 seed, then we'll probably, play and win, I would think. So no, I could see probably 2, maybe 3 losses. Honestly, I think that's it. I think 3 more losses max the rest of the year, just because we're good. I hate to say it like that, but the reality is when we're healthy now, we're 100% healthy. This is like the first time we've been 100% healthy all season. And AJ's out tonight with a suspension, but he's healthy. So he'll be back on Wednesday. And we should be fully healthy against the Celtics. So that will be a great matchup.
Okay, I want to get your take on this, and I'm people know I got a little crazy there at the game. Jokic and Lou Dort, we had some heated discussion on X on if that was a flagrant 2 kind of thing, and I think I definitely showed off my fandom during that. But this last little scuffle here, I am so surprised that Cason Wallace got ejected from that game. That was very surprising to me. I mean, AJ, the 2 that are on the 1 game suspension, okay, little antics. J Will kind of, being, wanting to be tough. Like, I get that. But that to me was just a little bit overblown. I don't know.
I think the biggest thing was that it was right along the baseline, kind of it wasn't really necessarily in the stands. I mean, it kind of was like on those first couple rows. So I would say that's the main reason they kind of did all the things they did with suspension for a game and then, ejections. It's just, obviously we know the history of players in the stands is not a good thing. And so they probably protect that more than just about anything. So yeah, I mean, it's of course pretty weak. I'd say it was immediate ejection.
Yeah, it was kind of
Be-
weird. It was kind of weird, Chewy. It was like a couple guys got double technicals and got ejected, and then some guys got a single technical and got ejected.
Mhm.
There were no flagrants or anything like that. And then the league brought out some fines for Jalen Williams, like 50,000, and then I think Kaysen got 35, and then the other guy from Washington got 35. It was just kind of different.
I think if that happened in 1999, those guys are all playing the rest of the game. So
exactly.
it's like, I mean, it wasn't really a fight. I mean, it's really, I think, because it kind of fell into the stands a little bit, but
yeah, got a little more there.
mm-hmm.
So I've got the playoff picture here. I guess they've already kind of put it in a view here. I was kind of hoping that we'd have it here, but let's see if we can find these ratings right now. This is not the best view for. There we go. Here's what we're looking for. All right, so let's go down here to the West. Again, I really want to see the Spurs and either Denver move up here to the 3 seed, or happen to bump down to the 6 or the 7. I don't know. I would love to see that. I don't know. I still think we could get the Nuggets in a 7 game right now, but that's right now. I think they're still coming off of all their injuries. They still worry me. The Spurs do worry me. I mean, tell me if you see it any different. I'm not too worried about the Lakers right now. I'm not worried about the Rockets. I'm not worried about the Timberwolves, and this might be famous last words. So, I don't know what any of these teams kind of scare you here.
Well, I mean, of course, the Spurs. I think it's hard to deny that they beat us 3 times, and they're playing just about as good as anyone in the NBA right now, and they're healthy. I mean, that's it too. Like, they're healthy. The Nuggets, of course, I would probably put in that 1A, 1B with the Spurs as who I'm the most scared of, and that's just because they've been there, but they're not as healthy, and they've kind of been up and down lately. So I actually think I might be more scared of the Spurs, really. And then the Rockets, they have no chance against us, in my opinion. I think that their biggest problem, they have no ball handling. They put Reed Shepherd on the floor. It's not going to go well, in my opinion, with Dort and Kaysen and Caruso just hounding those guys. I think we're going to turn them over 20 times, and that should be a pretty easy series if we do get lined up with them, which honestly, that 4-5 right now, the Rockets, I don't think they'd get past the Nuggets, but if for some reason they did, that'd be great. Honestly, I'm just as nervous about the Clippers as I am the Rockets, and Clippers in the 8 seed. It's like Kawhi. It's hard to it's hard to deny a team when he's on the court, and he's been pretty healthy this year. Not worried about the Suns, even though they've had a great year, or at least a year that was kind of unexpected. They just don't have the punch. I don't think they have enough firepower on offense to really compete. And the Wolves have been way too up and down. And Edwards he's out now for a couple weeks, and he should be fine for the playoffs. I mean, I'm sure it's just kind of precaution, make sure he's ready for the playoffs. But yeah, they look kind of up and down as well. So yeah, if we could get a Spurs Nuggets round 1, I just don't think the Nuggets are going to drop to 7. I'd say the Nuggets, the worst they're going to drop is 6. And I don't see the Spurs. It's either us or them 1 and 2. I mean, we have a 3-game lead, so it would be fairly surprising if we didn't hold on to the 1 seed, but it's still a little early. I mean, we've got to win these games. Tonight's looking good, so we got that going for us. And then it's 10 games after that.
Absolutely. The East is just, I think, way more wide open. Not at the top. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to count out the Pistons. I know that on X right now, everyone is all Celtics, and I'm not going to deny that because they've got Tatum back, and they're going to just continue to get better as they get that chemistry. But you can't throw away the regular season for the Pistons. So I think I think that's going to be really interesting. But I'm really curious on this play-in because you've got from the Raptors at 5 to the Hornets at 10 that are just right there 3 games apart, and that could change so much. I mean, how cool would it be for Con to bring his Hornets all the way in as an 8 seed or something and play, have maybe they sneak in the play-in and, play in the first round. I think that's I mean, I know he's rookie of the year leader right now, but that would just continue to cement how much Con has really gone up. Getting back to Top Shot, I cannot believe that I mean, regrets of 2025-26 season is why did we not load up on Con rookie debuts when they were $20?
Yeah, it's pretty insane the year he's having. I mean, if you really look at how his shooting stats, he's legitimately a top 2 or 3 shooter in the league already. Like, it's Curry and him, in my opinion. Like, it's Curry then him, I would say, is like legitimately the best shooters in the NBA. He's shooting over 40% on like 8 or 9 threes a game. It's unheard of. That Hornets team, though, they launch threes. I mean,
yes.
And then with Brandon Miller and LaMelo healthy, I mean, they're going to be a tough out, I think. I mean, they're definitely going to win a game or 2 in the playoffs. I mean, I'm taking the Sixers are the 7 seed right now. Look at what we're seeing tonight. I can see the Hornets definitely flipping them. The Magic have been up and down all season, really a disappointment. The Heat, I don't know, they've been up and down as well. The Hawks have been on a tear, so I don't really see that changing. But if the Hornets could get, into that 7 seed and they just got to win 1 play-in game, I don't know. They won't beat the Celtics, I wouldn't think. But you never know. They could do something. The team that I'm kind of a little bit higher on than most people is the Knicks. People kind of seem to write off the Knicks, and there's just something about Jalen Brunson in a playoff game and his style of play that I think is impressive and can win games late. Then they got the defenders with OG and Bridges and Hart. And I just think, I mean, they've been up and down as well, but they've been there too. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I wouldn't count them out to make it all the way to the finals, really. I don't know. I'd probably pick them or the Celtics right now if I had to choose.
Yes.
Pistons, the only reason, Cade has the collapsed lung. He's supposedly going to be back. Really big bummer that he couldn't finish out the season. It sounds like he's not going to be eligible for awards, but as long as he's back for the playoffs, they're going to be good. Like, they're going to put up a fight and have just as good a chance as anybody to come out of the East.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be really intriguing, but I'm with you. Jalen Brunson was my first legendary moment on Top Shot.
I remember
I pulled it in a pack. I remember it. That was back when we got the trade-in credit, and there was this there were those $10 packs that you got guaranteed, I think $6 or 7 Dapper back. And so I was like, I went on a bender, and I think I had like 50 of those packs because I was like, hey, I'll get at least 60% back, and pulled one of that. And then the rest is history when it comes to legendary, because especially this year, and we're going to dive into that, these crazy legendary moments. I just love what we're seeing. But let's check a couple scores here, and then we've got our 7:30 our time giveaway we're going to do from the Twitter. So we'll get going on that. The Hive, what's up? Hornets 6 seed. We were just talking. Did you hear what we were saying? We were saying that we could see the Hornets pushing a first round series to 6 or 7 games. I mean, I think that would be really awesome.
I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but the Hornets destroyed us earlier in the season, and that was before they had kind of taken off. They hadn't really been playing that well, and everyone's like, oh, they lost to the Hornets. And if you kind of look, I don't know, I'm not a Hornets fan, so I haven't made the deep dive, but I'm pretty sure that's like where their season flipped. It was like after they beat us, it was like they went on a tear this last half of the season.
Yes,
that had to have been back in like maybe December, I want to say, or November even. The Hive would know. OG streamer right there.
Back in cheap con days. That's what I'm calling that era. I'm telling you, we're going to look back at that. All right.
It's so funny. I'm like not a rookie collector. I know it's like the weirdest thing. Most people love rookies. I have very few rookie debuts. I do like some rookie rares. I have several of those, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not my thing. And I know that's what it should be probably if you're like in the collecting streets. But I really stick to, I mean, mostly Thunder, but some other, big time guys and whatnot.
For sure. All right, let's jump around the league real quick. Just check some scores here, and then we'll. Then I'm going to ask you about your back wall there, Thunder Hour. So be ready to talk on that. I'm excited after we do the 7:30 giveaway. 71-56, Thunder ahead of the 76ers. This is looking good. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but again, it's showing Isaiah Hardenstein with 10-7 and 3. The fun person in me wants to look at the stat line to see how many points SGA has. Because
he's only got 13. He's only got 13, so he needs 7 more to keep his streak going if he's gonna. It's one of those things though. I don't really care about the streak anymore. I don't know about you. It's like he broke the record.
He broke the record. It's over.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But it looks like a pretty consistent game. Like we were talking earlier. SGA 13, Hartenstein 10, Chet 10, J-Dub 10. And Jay Will 12, who's got 4 threes off the bench. That dude has been making threes like no other this year.
I am so impressed with his with his growth this year. I mean, if I had the most improved on the Thunder team, I think it's going to him. I would have said AJ Mitchell if you asked me on game 25, just because the incredible run that he had at the beginning. But Jay Will has just come out of nowhere we knew he was good, but he's really stepped it up. I'm with you. It's been great to see. Pistons a little more comfy lead on the Lakers, 71-57. And then we've got the Pacers with a little bit of a lead over the Magic here. Pascal Siakam is going off just with Paulo here. They're neck and neck for who's going to win that game. The Spurs are taking care of business against the Heat. Castle 13-6-6. Hawks have a comfortable lead on the Grizz. Shai's Cousins 16-2-3. Bulls are ahead of the Rockets. That's early in the first quarter there. Well,
wow, if the Bulls could take down the Rockets, I mean, that's kind of yikes for the Rockets.
Yes.
The Bulls are not great, and especially lately the Bulls are kind of trying to not win a lot of games.
Yes. All right. The time is 7:30, just a little after, so want to throw a prop out there to everybody who entered this giveaway. It was either locking or burning the SGA Top Shot this moment, which means a lot to Thunder Hour and I because we're Thunder fandom all the way. And so it was really exciting to see, and we love all the entries here. I've got them all on this list here on the Wheel of Names. So let me get that shared with us, and then we will spin. So I'm really excited for this. We're going to give both away. The first spin will be for the SGA Constellation, and the second one will be for the BAM. It's not the one of one. That would be the coolest giveaway in the history of streaming. But it is for one of his Series 1 rares, which I was able to pick up.
Oh, Series 1. So, let's go.
Yeah, I'm dabbling more in the Series 1, so I like it.
Yeah, so that is one thing that I have a really nice Series 1 rare bubble collection. I'm really big into the bubble moments and especially the rare ones. But
nice.
Real quick. Speaking of Top Shot this Shay, you sent me a nice gift the day that those came out. That perfect cereal. I love it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That was a really cool gift to get, and I've as a Thunder fan and Shay fan, that was very much appreciated. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It is the least I can do. You got me introduced into Top Shot in the lobby of Will Rogers International Airport here in Oklahoma City as we both were wearing our Thunder gear going to the NBA Cup. So it's the least I can do. And I was buying like crazy that day because I really wanted that moment. That was a grail chaser for me. I'm super glad I got that one of those Galactics because that was definitely on my list. And then to pull the Jersey cereal Hex Wave with my daughter. We were just chilling.
That was so much fun.
We were just chilling on the couch, and she's like, "Dad, can we open some more packs?" And I was like, sure, we can open some packs. And then we had walked into the bedroom to get something. I don't remember what it was. And we were just watching and we swiped and then we opened. I was like, oh, it's a hex wave. And she just looked and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's Jersey. Oh my gosh. And so then we had to go, we had to immediately hop on it. She's like, yeah, Dad, let me get a video. I was like, oh yes, we have to share. So that was that's
real
that's
quick. So
probably,
can you hit the record button after you open it? Is that what you did? Did you like hit the, you know how they do the record on the
yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yeah, so you can push the record anytime, and then I'd already had it open, and so I just had it open on the pack view, and then I just pushed the record, and then screen recorded it real quick, and then it was like, oh! And so it was right there on the right afterwards. So that was pretty flipping awesome. So it was a great pull, and that's definitely a top 5 Top Shot this moment for me. So, all right, here we go. Let's see if we can get all of this wheel in, and we want some big time drama for this. So let me see if I can get this to slow down just a little bit because we want it to be nice and cool as far as the speed. Let's see what we can do here. Is that here? No, that's not it. I should know where you can change the speed here.
I've spun some wheels in my days, but it's been so long. I do not know if I remember how.
You know, I did it the last time. I didn't think much of it. So we'll check.
To my right, and I got the Spurs game on. Wemby's still dominating. They're up by 18.
That's impressive. Let's see. No, we don't want that advanced. Okay. Guys, if you're in the chat and you're like, oh, here we go, customize. Here we go. Let's not
shuffle your fave number. What's that mean?
Yes. Oh, shuffle the favorite number.
I don't see my name, Boston Base. Boston Base probably didn't get in it. He just thinks he should be on there, is my guess. He probably didn't enter.
Yeah, Boston, did you get in on this on the drop? I didn't have everyone's Top Shot, so I put your X handle, and then I know a lot of you guys and some of you guys posted it, but here's the list. I got Tironi 92, Gilly. I've got Lucky Plaid. I've got these 3 Top Shot Mass Dogs, Wobble Flex, Theta Seeds, Minfiaddle 420. You got 3, Mr. Kicker, Magic Top Shot Now. These are the 5. For him, Top Shot Hot Shot 1. I got 1. Mr. Danwar has 2. Colton has 4. Banana Mac has 9. And then Chewy has 9. So, and then Polly got in there as well. So these are the giveaways, not for just this stream. This is the giveaway from X that happened last week for the locked or burned SGAs. So here we go. Thunder Hour, you're the guest on the show today. What's your favorite number? We will shuffle that many times. I think that was the suggestion.
Well, I can't do 40. That's a lot, but we could do 4. Let's do 4.
4, okay.
4. Yep.
I like it. Okay, so we're all here. We are going to shuffle 4 times. Make sure this is good. Let me make us smaller so people can see more of the wheel. All right, here we go. 4 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4 shuffles. There it is. Okay, I want to be real clear. I'm giving out both moments. I know I said I only give 1, but I want to give both the entry one and the one for 50, even though we didn't quite get to 50. So this first spin is for the SGA Constellation. So here we go. Wish us luck. We are clicking to spin. Drum roll in the chat. Here we go for the SGA Constellation. Where are we going to end up? Oh, yeah. It's going to spin forever.
Yeah, it's spinning. This is like me. Drama. My hopes and dreams when I make it on Wheel of Fortune. I'm just going to give that thing the longest spin. It's going to be so much fun. And
it's a 60-second spin. It might be overkill, but, you know, only the best for chasing the storm here.
60 seconds. That's even a thing.
Yes, greasy wheel. Okay. Oh, I don't even know which one to think here. We're slowing. Where are we going? Maybe a sweat for Chewy. Magic Top Shot. Chewy again. Where are we going? Is it going to get to wobble? Is this going to get to wobble? Is it going to go past wobble? This is nuts. Chewy, I think you're safe, Chewy. I think you're safe. Hey, there
it is.
Okay. Constellation
Chewy,
moment.
my
Go
guy.
Chewy.
By the way, thank you, Chewy. I saw as I was prepping for the stream, he sent me a casein. So what a guy. He sent me a base casein. Can never go wrong. Number 1 on Cason's Top Shot leaderboard. I'll keep it that way.
I like it. Okay, it is fun. It's just a super dramatic here towards the end. So we'll keep it the same. And I left your name on there, so everyone has the exact same odds for this second spin. And this spin will be for the Bam Adebayo for his Series 1 moment. So here we go. Wish us luck. Drum rolling. Here we go.
Do you happen to know which rare it is? Because I just asked because I know he's got like an MJLE. I know he's got a finals, and I believe that's it. But he may have a So Fresh as well.
I believe it might be that one. Let me look real quick as the wheel is coming to is slowing.
Just to test my Top Shot knowledge. I like to be.
It was the finals.
The finals, okay, yeah.
Yes, the finals.
He makes a nice little tough shot over, I believe, over Anthony Davis in the lane. You can test.
Ooh.
You can check me while this thing.
Is it Chewy back to back? Is it Mr. Danwar? What's it going to be? Where's the stop? Oh!
I feel like it's going to keep going because.
Is it going to go past the Theta Seeds? Oh! All right, Mr.
Danwar.
All right, writing this down. Oh, that's awesome, guys. So thanks for entering that giveaway. Thanks for the burns and the locks of the SGA moment. That was exciting, and I hope you guys like the giveaway. I try to make them a little more fun giveaways as much as I can, just to get us some more excitement. So, it's always good. All right, Thunder Hour. So let's talk real quick about your back wall of fame there. I see some stuff. Maybe hit the highlights.
Yeah, I'll hit the highlights. So this right over here, if you can see this little caricature right here, that is me and my oldest daughter. We were at Westbrook's 41st triple-double game. If you remember back in 2017, it was the one he tied Oscar Robertson. So I have some cool newspaper clippings along with the caricature. It's pretty fun memory back here. This right here, you can see my my profile picture, which is the All-Star Freak Shea. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, this isn't the best quality camera I'm using. And then over here, if you see this big frame collage I actually received that as a late Father's Day gift. That is a bunch of pictures, some of the best moments from the parade, the finals celebration, pictures with family, friends. It's really one of my favorite things my kids have ever made for me. So that was fun. These are 3 different crypto slabs, Shea, Chet, and Dub from the finals. They're all the rares. And so I know a lot of people know what crypto slabs are. Over here, I have a couple of these pictures you could make at the games during the playoffs. You could kind of take your own trading card. And then you can't quite see it way over there on that far side is actually one of my favorite things. It's a piece of the court from the finals, but not from this last year, rather from
2012.
2012. Yes, that's the one I was trying to get to. Thank you. So yeah, I was gifted that. So that's kind of a fun prize possession. I would love to obviously get a piece of the court from this last finals when they won. But yeah, a lot of cool things. I mean, I have I'm kind of like an NFT nerd. I have Pudgy Penguins up here. I don't know if you're familiar with any of these.
Yes,
I got it. I've gotten into doodles a little bit, so I got some pins and other fun little knickknacks and whatnot. I got the Slam magazine way up top. So yeah, just a bunch of fun memorabilia.
I love it. Yeah, that floor piece is an important piece. I have that in my office on my Thunder shelf. That's
mine. Oh yeah, did you get one as well?
Yes, they sent one
from
to
season ticket
holder. Yeah,
Yep.
And I thought that was really cool because at the time that was everything. And I really hope they do it again when they get our new arena that when they buy a new court. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I wonder if that would be like, in a year or two they do something like that. That'd be cool to get my hands on that again.
Yeah, and this new arena, in fact, let's take 2 minutes and just have this conversation. This thing is gonna be insane. And so this is 28-29. I'm calling it right now. Okay, that's going to be the expansion year they're talking about. If we get Vegas and Seattle, I think we need Thunder Sonics home opener.
Yes.
In this arena here in Oklahoma City. It's going to be a great rivalry, and that would be something just to talk about. I think that would be a blast. Hey, thanks Magic Top Shot for entering, and stick around. We're going to do some more giveaways on this stream live. So. But yeah, this thing, I don't know. Like, I know it's all glass. I think that's really a cool piece of it. It's going to be really cool to see, how they incorporate this kind of Thunder area in front. Some of the renderings are really cool. I think it is interesting that they're going to bring the capacity down from 18,203 to around 17,500. So they're going to eliminate about 700 seats.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the trend, I feel like, especially they want to get that sweet money, you want to get that premium seating. That's all right. I'm still going to find myself up in the Loud City seats for my season tickets. I'm not too worried about it. I got to imagine I still have the priority to get in it, likewise yourself.
Absolutely.
I just drove by there. I was downtown this weekend. And they're actually breaking ground this week. So it's kind of all cleared, and they kind of cleaned up what was there. The old arena from, I guess it would be 2 arenas ago that got torn down.
Yes, the Myriad. I graduated high school in there. So, that was that's where the Blue used to play in there before it became that sound studio. I went to a couple of those Blue games back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a really kind of a centerpiece to downtown, of course. I mean, OKC is not one of these giant cities. We have a few nice skyscrapers, but by no means are we some hub downtown. So it'll be one of those cool things for us.
So Chewy brings up a good point here. Who are we protecting? With those 8 protected that we get, assuming it's the same rules. I mean, they could come out with their own set of rules and change it all up. But I'm going to be really intrigued to see too, like, especially because that's 3 years down the road. I would think that Caruso and Dort are maybe kind of those guys that we might let go at that point, just because it's 2 or 3 years.
That's kind of what I think. If one of those is still on the roster, I could see one of them being kind of not protected. I mean, you got to imagine Shea, Chet, and Dub are locks to stay protected. I mean, AJ Mitchell kind of feels that way right now. Who knows what kind of contract he'll be on at that point, though. Case and Wallace seems likely that we could hold on to him just because of his age and how much he means to like the future. But it's hard to say. I mean, we're going to have another couple rookies this year, probably, or at least a rookie, and so you probably would protect the younger guys, I would think. Hartenstein potentially might not be on the team at that point. It's really kind of hard to say. You're still really 2+ seasons away from having to do that. And so I expect us to make some changes even this offseason. Maybe nothing real major, but I could see maybe one of our rotation guys, maybe 2 that have to, we have to part with. Whether that's Wiggins or maybe Dort or I don't know. I mean, it's always going to be tough. I mean, you always have that kind of like special place or whatever it is for the team that won the finals, that won the championship. So you don't want to lose any of them, but it's just how it works. That's how pro sports work. And
so on that, I'm going to share the screen now, and I know who you definitely want to protect because of who you are. You are known in Top Shot world as the Isaiah Joe. leaderboard.
Yeah, what's
one.
funny is I'm kind of barely in number one. Which sounds insane because I have a great collection of Isaiah Joe. I think about maybe a dozen special serials. I have 115 explosion parallels from base S4, the Joe explosion as it's known in the Top Shot streets. That was actually penned by, I don't know if you've seen RRX in any of the streams, but he was the one who named it the Joe explosion. It kind of just stuck.
The Joe explosion. I like it.
Yeah. So it's a fun moment. Isaiah Joe, he's just one of those guys that role players. I don't know. For some reason I love role players. I think a lot of people, do as well. It's just kind of one of those, the heart and soul of the team. They kind of do that specialist spot that no one else can fill. And really, Joe's been our sharpshooter. He's been our 3-point shooter for the last several years. Now we got Jared McCain. So thank you, Sixers, for both of those. But yeah, I mean, he kind of provides that spacing. I know if you look at some of the like advanced stats, him and Shea, when they're on the court, they kind of have like the best net rating when those two are on the court. Just when you provide spacing for Shea, it's so important. So are you looking at my collection, or is that
this is 100% you, man? That's
okay, yeah. So let's see. I got the Ripple parallel number one, and then the breakout. I have all three. I have the one, the jersey, and the perfect mint. And then this moment I call the Cup of Joe. That's the NBA Cup.
The Cup of Joe.
Yeah, and a fun fact about that moment, which as well as the Joe explosion, I've been trying to get serials 1 through 10 of both of those moments. I'm missing one moment on both. On that one, the NBA Cup moment, I have everything but serial. Let's see, serial 6. And then on the Joe explosions, I have, and actually I go all the way to 13 on that one.
Nice.
But I'm missing 6. I've put so many offers in that user I do not think logs in anymore, which is unfortunate. But I'd really like to get my hands on that. And then the Joe explosion 7 is kind of I gotta say a legendary moment in the Top Shot streets. I've been on the seeking for that for 2 years. It's kind of been a meme at this point, but I have everything but Serial 7. I think I have like a $200 offer on Serial 7 right now, just for fun. It's never going to hit. This person does not log in as well. I don't know if it shows.
Here.
I feel like you have to go to like the edition or whatever.
Edition, yeah. Let's check it out here because there we go. Listing details. Two or 3 clicks down the road. There we go.
You got to go to the explosion.
Oh, am I not on the explosion? Oh, yeah. Vortex explosion.
It's the far left. Yep.
There we go. Okay, and then we're going to go down to 121 right there on the stackage.
I think 150 of those. Oh no, 127 is what I did. Okay. Yeah, just log in, please. BJ Wright. It's time for you to log in.
Give the man his number 7.
It's a great offer. You're never going to get that much more money for it. So,
and I think this brings up a really good point. Like, I just love, and again, you have way more time in the Top Shot streets than I do because I've really just been focused on it for like the last year or so. But the scarcity of this season, I think, is going to be a big turning point. I'm really excited to see what this looks like, 2 or 3 years down the road. But when we've got 1,000 plus the parallels of even base moments, the
rookie debuts,
I should say rookie debuts, like I just think that's really exciting. And even on like the Hustle and Show and some of those other cool commons, it makes that stacking more feasible and fun, I think. And I kind of like that stackable. There's a couple guys that I have almost 50% of some moments. I forget who has what, but I just love to see that stackage, especially on moments that people like. And then, of course, you have what happened today, which just blew my mind when I saw this, for the number of these LeBron James, like 5,373, counting all of the parallels here of the moment were ordered today. I mean, that is by far the leader in fandom. And I get it because it's LeBron, and I get it because he set an all-time record with the games. But I was so amazed. I figured it'd be 2,000 or 3,000. I did not expect 5. Was that surprising?
Yeah, maybe 5,000 was surprising, but I knew it would get above 3. I mean, the chase for LeBron, Galactics, and whatnot are just he's still the demand driver on collectibles in the NBA, and so him and Wemby and that's kind of it for the veterans. And then of course you have Flag. I mean, as much as we like Shea, he's still one notch below,
Yes.
someone like LeBron and Wemby, even when it comes to collectibles. And so I mean, I knew people would chase. I mean, people are going to reserve, people are going to flip packs, whatever. I did reserve like 7 just because it's fun to rip, and I didn't end up hitting any parallels or whatnot, but it's fun. So I don't know. I wasn't extremely surprised, honestly, because you can reserve 129, I believe, is the max, and there's probably several people that did that, is my guess, and that's why it went that high. But yeah, I don't know. I love Top Shot this. I mean, it's my favorite set from this year, as far as like, of course you like freshman gems, but as far as like the kind of more common level moments, and then this is obviously Fandom, which is essentially kind of common, just minted to demand, but it ends up being kind of common mint counts. But I've got some work to do, because I have every Top Shot this moment to this point in the Hex Wave parallel. And if you click on that Hex Wave, LeBron, the last right now is not so fun.
No, it's not. And I put in an
that's
offer.
The blockchain. That's the blockchain.
That's the blockchain. You're talking Hex Wave. Oh wow.
Yeah, I have every Hex Wave.
Oh, you're talking Hex Wave. I was like, I've got blockchain for everyone, but the Hex Wave.
Yeah. Which I mean, even still, the blockchain LeBron is looking potentially kind of hard to get. So I'm gonna have to do some work. I'm gonna have to kind of be patient. On something like this, they get ripped fairly slowly. You have a lot of people chasing, you have a lot of people, flipping. So it's not like you're gonna see that come down from, I think, what are we at, like 4,000 still in packs, or I think it would show you if you went down to like the standard, like if you clicked on the standard parallel, it would show you how many are still in packs. And these are going to get slowly ripped. We still have 3,500 in packs, which is means 1,700 have been ripped. So we're at what, I don't know, math is hard, probably 33%, something like that.
Just about.
I used to do math very well back in the day. It's hard when you get that big numbers, but anyway, that's actually a pretty good rip rate, but it's going to be probably another week or two before we see that really get to like 1,000 left or whatever. And so I just got to be patient and stay kind of, I'll keep my offers out there and go from there. But I really want that whole set in Hex Wave. We're kind of wrapping up the season, so there shouldn't hopefully be definitely nothing probably that's going to be as expensive as LeBron after this.
Do you think we're going to have Top Shot this through the finals? Or do you think it's going to be part of the finals?
I think it's just going to be in the regular season is my guess. But because it ends up, usually the playoffs is kind of separate as far as like moments from the playoffs. It's never really been where there's like a set that has both. Well, I guess I shouldn't say never. Series 1 did have playoff moments in other sets, like base moment, playoff moments, and base, some rares and whatnot. So But yeah, my expectation is that it kind of ends at the end of the season, and they kind of use the playoff moments in different sets, to create new fun things. I mean,
I'm excited
it's
to
always
see
nice it's nice to have some separation there. I'm a huge playoff collector. I'm really hoping there's a playoff common set. I've done it every series. The only series that hasn't had that was series 1. Well, there's been some fandom, I guess, fandom/common. I have all those. I think I've got 6 now, 6 series of playoff sets. It's my favorite set. I'm kind of a big, I like to collect the moments that are where the games matter the most.
Yes.
I just think you remember these moments the most. They're the highest stakes. And then it's where like kind of legends are born. It's like Shea, you have his game 4 in the finals, his legendary.
Yes.
You have even someone like Dort, his best moment in Top Shot, in my opinion, is the game 5 in Denver.
Yep.
J-Dub's 40 points in the finals. You have, and it's not just, of course, our Thunder. You have Giannis's block in S2. You have, I can go through them. I love these. That S3 is Curry, S4 is Jokic, and Jimmy Butler has some really great moments if you remember that playoffs. S5 is B Bleezy's Celtics. You have Tatum and Brown, and there's really actually a lot of other great moments, and so I love playoff moments. That's kind of what I'll be, once we wrap up the once I get this Top Shot this finished up, and then I do common sets, but I don't really do rare sets much, but I'll be ready for the playoffs because those are always fun.
It's gonna be a blast. Well, speaking of, I think it'd be really fun. If whoever's in the chat here, let's drop LeBron. So type LeBron in the chat if you're here. And we're gonna do a giveaway of one of these packs. So I'm definitely ready to give away one of these Top Shot this packs. Now I will reserve the Galactic if it comes for myself, just because that I love you all. But if that's a $10,000 moment, that buys me some crazy Shea magic. So, and sir, if we pull the Hex Wave, you know where it's going. It's going straight to you.
Okay, so you're saying they get the blockchain or the standard?
I'm saying you get the blockchain or the base moment. I don't know if people might not even want to enter now, but
well, no, the blockchain's still pretty valuable. And honestly, this is a moment. So like the way I look at these Top Shot this, and not just Top Shot this, but the thing I love about Top Shot is they capture all these really cool moments in history. And of course, LeBron having the most games played ever is a cool feat that really you can't capture it any other way in many other collectibles. Of course, you could probably get a photo from the game. You could do this or that, but that's what I love about Top Shot. And we this is one that to me, everyone should try to have at least one of the parallels. And so I think that's the way I look at it. Same with like that Bam moment, 83 points. It's a Top Shot this. You can get it for a couple of bucks. You need to have that in your collection. That's just cool,
Absolutely. And especially because when is that going to come around again? I mean, we haven't seen 80 since Kobe.
Which was Kobe, like 06 or something. So we're talking 20 years.
20 years, and then Wilt before that. So I'm with you. All right. If you're just now joining us or you're in the chat, type LeBron so I can get you in on the wheel of names here to give away one of these moments. So far, I've got DR Retails and I've got Cart Pigs. We'll go for about 30 seconds, and then we will get this thing rocking. So anybody else in the comments, drop your LeBron in the comments, and we will give this pack away.
Oh wow! I'm just looking at the. Sorry to derail a little bit, but no. I'm looking at the LeBron. I'm looking at these offers on the Hex Wave, and I thought mine was very aggressive, and there's one that's even bigger. So it's like, oh, this is gonna get kind of spendy, but I got to do it now. I'm committed.
You've committed to it, so you have to follow through.
But that's all right. Okay. It's never bad to have a scarce LeBron. That's the way I look at it. You can't. If you're gonna buy, spend a little bit for something scarce on Top Shot, LeBron, I don't think you can go wrong there.
I completely agree. All right, Gene Thomas is in. Last chance. If you put a LeBron, if I win and it's standard, burn it. Yes, sir. All right. Okay, I'll count us down. So anybody else going in? We got 3 right now. 3 right now. We'll count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. All right, these 3. DR Retails, Cart Pigs, and Gene Thomas. First number in the chat is the number of times we'll shuffle it up. Good luck to everybody. First number in the chat. Yeah, if you pull a blockchain, you're walking away with a crisp bill in your Top Shot Dapper. 7 DR Retail says, here we go. We're shuffling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm gonna bring us back a little bit to reality. We're gonna go down to a 30-second wheel because as fun as that last one was, that was just a lot of excitement. So, all right, here we go. Clicking to spin. Seeing who gets this pack giveaway. All for the culture. All for everyone. Good luck. Thunder up by 21 with 8 to go or 6 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll stay on with you until that game is over.
We're looking good. We're
looking good. Cart Pigs, you're looking good in this giveaway. Yes, sir. I'll call it.
Slowly climbing its way.
Woo, all right. Cart Pigs. Hey, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I've got a plan for the other 2 of you. So just hang tight. We like to have fun on chasing the storm. All right. Let's see. Let's open this pack.
Looks like Shea got his 20. He's got 22.
22. I love it. All right. Let me get off of this right here and let me get this shared over. I've already got a pack queued up and ready for you. All right, here we go. You get a little theme music too. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. All right, so this one going to Cart Pigs. Let me write it down so I can get you the right serial. Again, we are protecting Galactic and Hexwave, but if it's a blockchain or it's a regular, even if it's a special serial, it's coming to you. So even if I will give you, if it's the jersey, I'm committing it live on stream right now. And number 1, we'll still send it to you. That would be the most epic giveaway of all time. All right, here we go. Best of luck, Cart Pigs. This is you. All right, 133.
Nice low cereal there.
Nice
lower cereal.
For mint count here, I like it. All right. And for those of you that are just joining us here, we're going to go ahead and be really cool because it's awesome to DR Retailers and Gene Thomas. And we're just going to rip one for you guys too because you're watching the stream. So I guess Cart Pigs gets the benefit of having the first one done. So let's see. First one to comment between DR and Gene right now. The first comment I see, you get the next pack.
I think Gene might have.
Gene got it right there. Gene, oh, nice. Okay. Gene, all right. Gene, this is for you, buddy. Gene, this is yours. Best of luck to you here. And then DR is next. So here we go, Gene. All right. What do we got for Gene? Oh, another low one.
There we go.
All right, 147. Not bad, not bad. Okay.
I love that thumbnail. It's like the kind of the classic LeBron, you know.
It is what LeBron's known for. DR, this one's for you, man, and it will go to the burn incinerator unless it's something spectacular. Gene and Cart Pigs, just drop your TS username in the chat so I have it, so I can send it to you after the stream's over. All right, DR, this is yours. All right. Good luck to you. 1,064 will be sent to the incinerator on your behalf, sir. All right. Well, a little bit of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the giveaway there. We gave it a shot. At least we had a chance at awesome. So, all right, I'm going to dive into a little data here because Thunder Hour, I want your take on this as we have the last few minutes of the game. So this is, I think, what people are not talking enough about, and it's this set completion tracking. And so bear with me. If you're a watcher of Chasing the Storm, you know I get spreadsheet heavy here, but I want your take on this. These set completions, excuse me, they're going to be really cool at the end of the season whenever we get to really dive into getting more of these packs. So we've got it here on stream. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it's kind of that's far away to do here. Let me know if you can see this. But so with this little breakdown here, what we're looking at is this is as of today. I updated this, and let me see if I can zoom out just a little bit so we get more of this. But so like rookie debut as of today, and I know we just added Topic, which we can talk about here in a little bit, but we've got 74 set completers. So as of today, if the season ended, we'd be getting 14 additional packs plus the completion challenge reward.
That's crazy.
Isn't that pretty crazy? Like, and it gets pretty crazy, which is one of the reasons why, and I'll share this if you're this deep into the stream with us. Like, I am not really, you can look back. I don't have a whole bunch of legendaries, but I've been doing legendary sets this year. I've got Hollow. I've got Mojo done. And then I've got one left on Ascension because those Ascensions have been very collector friendly and pricing with some of those moments. And plus the graphics on them are just next level. But I know we're early, but even Mojo, there's only 50 right now. There's 8 set completed. And those completion packs were pretty ripped as far as you got a guaranteed Lego. And then you got another moment, which was either a blockchain or a hard court I might be saying it right. It's some parallel mixture. But right now there's only 8. So I got the one for completion. And if we stand right where we are, we're going to get 5. Somebody's going to get 6 and then 5 more at the end of the season. So I'm really intrigued with this. I mean, even on the common side, Hustle and Show, your favorite set, if I'm not mistaken, Thunder Hour, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite regular season. I like playoffs is probably my favorite, and then during the regular season, it's Hustle and Show for sure. So I've got every single one of those as well.
370 completers with 1149. Everybody would be getting 2 additional packs of those completion packs. So
yeah, I mean, you're of course going to see the commons. The multiplier is going to be a little bit lower just because they're easier to. You can get them for whatever $20 to $40 or whatever, $50. Some of them are bottlenecked by Wemby, of course, and LeBron and whoever else. But they're pretty easy to do, and I love it. Like I've ripped some of those packs, I've sold some of those packs. I'm going to be getting more of those packs, and the way I look at it is they're pretty much a no-brainer, especially for the commons in my mind. That rookie debut is very intriguing. And I told you earlier, I'm not a rookie collector, which I'm not. I have very few rookie debuts, but for those that are, and I think that's a lot of your big time collectors. I know the flag and con are pretty expensive at this point. Like you said, getting in on that early would have been the way to go. I don't know if you're collecting that set, but to me, that's going to be kind of tough to get into later. Yes. And so I wonder, you're still going to get some people that probably do it later that are close, because that, your number shows 74 complete, but there could be another 40 that are, not too far off, and that sort of thing. And so that number could, squeeze, and it will for all of these, I imagine. That's going to happen
for sure.
But yeah, no, this is something that I don't think people understand, and they don't really know what they're getting. I don't think they see the pack that in the challenge right away, but they don't realize that you're going to get another pack in most circumstances. I would say a minimum of one more pack.
Yes,
and
at least one.
In some circumstances, I mean, we could be upwards of near 10, I think when it's all said and done. It's hard to say. I think it's a little early I believe that there's a snapshot not until the summer, is when that's going to happen. And
Yes.
so we still got a couple, 2-3 months, probably 3 months before that's like a thing. But I guess what I would say is if you like these sets and if you see some opportunity there, you might go grab them sooner rather than later, because
Absolutely.
the only thing you're doing by waiting is some of these moments could dry up and rise in price. And I kind of still am always of the belief, make sure you're collecting what you think, you want. You don't necessarily, I just give that advice because I think the second you start collecting just for that reason is the second you kind of feel disappointed or whatever. It's kind of like, no, just collect the things that you think you'd like. Maybe there's a rare set that caught your eye. Maybe there's a, like you said, the Ascensions. That's a really cool art. It's some of the players that aren't super popular or whatever, so you can get their prices fairly reasonable, and the art's really cool, and it's one of those things where they not only are you getting the utility for the set, of course we have things like Fast Break, where when you get into the legendary, I mean, you're talking 3 to 4 plays on Fast Break for all these guys, and when you have a deep roster, you can actually compete. I'm not the best at Fast Break. I don't claim to be, but I do like that added bonus. It's like I have one rookie I do have is a Wemby MGLE rookie, which is probably one of my top moments in my collection.
For sure.
And that thing gives me 4 plays, and so
and you need Wemby. I mean, you need Wemby and Jokic, it seems like, all the time.
Yeah. And that's how it is. And so it's like, it's kind of nice to pair. I like to pair like the moments that I really want long term, and then can it help me in Fast Break as a bonus? It's like,
yes,
I've got that with, I don't have a crazy great Jokic collection. I've actually been trying to eye maybe getting his S1 MGLE, but sorry to kind of derail there, but that's kind of just like a added bonus, when you collect some of these rare sets, especially because like, I don't necessarily have a rare Sengun or whatever, but if I did one of these sets, I would have him, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of an added bonus to collecting the set. Whereas before, before Fast Break, which I guess you don't know Top Shot without Fast Break.
There was before Fast Break,
but it was a thing, and there was no that bonus utility, and so. And then the one thing I really like, if you got some money, is those rookie sets, because that will get you on those pro days.
Yes.
And long term, you get that rookie combined with that rare, and you can really see some
magic happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what it takes on some of those days, is to have the rare and the rookie, and that, and then I think there's the debut and the rookie days too, or the debut days. On pro. And so I don't know, like I'm also kind of weird when I collect. Because I didn't start doing rookie debut like several years ago, I kind of like having all of them. You know what I mean? And so now to go back is just pretty expensive if you're gonna do all those.
For sure.
And so I've kind of like, I stuck to like the ones that, the Hustle and Show, the Extra Spice, the ones that I started doing back in S2, S3.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. That's just kind of some of my collecting things.
I love it. No, it's good. And DR asked, how do you track this? DR, I just go to the set completion page once every week or 2 weeks. And then I just type it all into an Excel spreadsheet, and my Excel spreadsheet adds up the number and divides it minus the track. It's just, I'm a middle school principal, so
you know how to use these. You know how to use these spreadsheets.
I love Excel, so I'm going to make it work for Top Shot. I think if I'm going to mention one of these that I think is going to be very, very interesting, and I have not committed to this because it's way out of my price range, but I think the Holo Icon set is going to be really intriguing, because you're going to have a lot of moments. Right now, I think it's definitely not at 12. I need to update these numbers. I didn't update this column.
Oh, how many there is? No, I think so far it's like around 30 something.
30. I'll double check it. But right now, only one person has completed it, or even maybe 0 as of the making of this. But before this last drop, it was only at like 2 on the 4th here of March. And so if this number is like 5 and there's 45, I mean, those guys are going to get a hollow icon reward pack divided by 5. You get 7 additional packs, which I think at that level is going to be nuts, because I can only imagine.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that last update on the blog, but they were talking about what they didn't say what was all going to be in the packs like completely, but they talked about the signature series, some of those going in those packs. That's what it was. Yeah, the signature series blog. It talked about, I can't remember who's in the hollow icon. I'm sure. I think it was either Cooper. It might have been Cooper or Khan. I think I can't remember. Yeah, it was like MGLE got maybe Khan. Cooper was in the hollow, and then I think like one of them was in the base. Which actually I've thought about doing base because that's so cheap.
Yeah,
and I don't know about you, but I've collected. I love the club collection.
Yes, I love club. I had to make that decision. We talked earlier in the year. I had to make that decision. I was going to try to do club, but the stackers got so much now on club. I don't think it's even feasible.
No, it's hard. And not to mention, it's like going to end up being like 300 and something moments. And so even if you got some of them cheap, which you can get some cheap, it's still a prohibitive like thing to do. I mean, but it would be cool. You know, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but I think I have around maybe 40 or 50 different players right now, which isn't like, it's still a small percentage. But, you know, let's say I kind of always like to get the first of something. You know, this is the first year of club collection. So maybe I could be like, you know, I'll try and get the first year's club collection over time. But like you said, these stackers have made it hard. You just have to put out offers and, you know, wait, you know, and just be patient, which is fine if you're wanting to complete it over a couple years. And I do some little things like that now and again. I like to collect where I'm kind of going backwards and be like, okay, I'll do this really slowly, you know, collect this set over time, put in some offers. And you can kind of like, I've thought about it with, I think you had collected the rare set for the playoffs last year.
Yes, I did rare for the playoffs last year.
So I've thought about doing that because that seems doable. And I have several of them having the Thunder moments, and I have a few others. And so I've like, well, I could go backwards now and just because like it's the Thunder's first championship. And I thought that'd be kind of fun to have the whole playoffs.
That'd be a pretty cool one. That's what pushed me so much in the playoffs last year, because just thinking it was our championship year. Who knows if we ever get another one? So it was
exactly, And I know this sounds wild, but I've even considered doing the legendary overtime, because really the Thunder ones, once you have those, you're kind of downhill from there. There's not a ton of, there's a few others that are, you know, kind of spendy, but you know, if you just were really patient about it and just bet like rookie sets afraid of rookie rev. Oh yeah. Rookie rev is going to be insane.
I think the Cooper rookie rev is going to start at $1,500, like 12 or 15. It's going to be really crazy to see the burn that's required.
I have some news for you. I think it's going to be higher.
You think it's going to be higher than that? Okay. What do you think? What's your prediction, Thunder Hour?
Well, I mean, I think their minted. Do you have that written down on that spreadsheet? What their mint count is? But I'm pretty sure the mint count's 29 for the
29. I don't have the rev. I haven't seen that anywhere.
I think it's in the roadmap. I think
in the roadmap
from the very back, from the very beginning. I want to say it's 29, because isn't the hollow icon 39?
Hollow icon is 39.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure the rookie rev is 29, which is, you know, and then you're going to have the 5 and the 1 for the parallels. So you're talking 35.
35.
I think the standard Cooper flag, my guess is yes, you might get a couple sales in that 12 to 1,500, but I don't think it's going to once you get past like the first month or two, I think it's going to be 2,000 plus, if not 3,000 plus, because
that galactic is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
That galactic is going to be
well, look at the Wemby. Like some of these rookie revs have not held up. You know, the rookies are interesting, because everyone's hyping them up when it's their rookie year. There it is, 29, 5 and 1.
Yeah, thanks, DR. That's awesome.
Everyone is excited for rookies their rookie year, of course, because it's all potential. You never know what next player is gonna, be that great superstar. You know on some kind of, or at least you have an idea on Wemby and Flag and Khan now at this point and whatnot. But you always like someone like even Cason Wallace. Like I remember his rookie rev was a little bit more expensive than what it is now. And he's probably not going to ever be a superstar. So his moment's just gonna be an okay hold, but nothing ever crazy. But when you look at Wemby's rookie rev, it's still like $4,700. That guy was a rookie, 3 years ago, 2 years ago now, or whatever. So,
and what was the count? 99? Aren't those?
It was 75,
75,
and it's still doing well in the market. And I think I'm pretty sure one have sold recently for like around 3,000. So, I don't see why Flag I know the market's maybe not as hot as when Wemby, but it's half the mint count, as the Wemby. And Flag's moments have done really well this year. And I kind of expect, it to be 2,000 plus easy, Yeah. Maybe not, like you said, maybe not right away on an offer if you get in there early. And but if we've noticed what's happened with pretty much the entire rookie market this year, if you were early, that was the time to buy. Now, Of course, like I said, maybe that doesn't hold up for years to come on some of these rookies because some of them aren't going to pan out. But I mean, if you look at Wemby's rookies, they've all held up really well. Even the debut is like a couple $100 as a 4,000 mint count. But look at that, 4,300. Can you see the last sale on that and what it was?
Let's go down here. It was 2,400 on the
24. So 2,400. And then you had two at 2,400, one at 2,500. So even that's recent, and you're talking $2,500. And Flags is half that price or half that mint count. And so I think it's going to be pushing that 2,000. I really do. I mean, I know Wemby's kind of an MVP candidate at this point. That's the one I got, that Chet, the block on Chet, which kind of pains me. Chet. But that is to me, at least the way I view Wemby's, maybe this is coming from a Thunder fan, but that was his rookie moment. That was kind of like he had that feud with Chet kind of, or quote.
That's where he started to distance himself. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you see in this moment, he's going to block him here. And it looked so easy. And then Chet falls down. I mean, that moment will kind of always stand the test of time, I feel like,
Yes.
And a lot of his moments are kind of just wild and whatnot. But I'm happy to have that one. That's the way I look at it. So I told you I wasn't a big rookie collector, but I like to have like one really good rookie of like the really good guys, the studs. So like I have a Cooper Flag. I actually have two of his right now. I have the Gems and the Origins. I'll probably only hang on to one long term. I might end up. I'd like to hang on to the Gems. I think it's the better moment as far as like history's sake. I mean, I think we've talked about it on Coffee with Colton, but 40 points at 18 years old is pretty cool. And there's something about the Gems art that I just think is really cool. Anyway,
yes,
I'm rambling probably.
No, that's good. And I do want to say this too. This Ascension, and again, I know I got one more. I got an offer out there, and I'm kind of in. I'm patient now. Someone else has already completed it, so I can't be number one to complete it.
You wanted to get on that leaderboard for the
try to be that leaderboard. I am on Mojo, and I was like, oh, we'll run these little ones because Top Script is another one I want to complete. But and I don't know why.
I think Top Script's getting more moments potentially.
Yes, I think so too. I don't know the total, but that is just the sickest thing that I've ever seen in a moment. Like, goodness gracious. I mean,
so now are you? I don't ever hardly use the web. Is that the web view for the interactive? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So this is and there is an interactive here. Let me see if it.
Oh, that's not the interactive. That's
not the interactive. That was just that was the one next to it. Let's see what the interactive does.
It spins like that or what?
I don't know. I haven't tried the interactive on these new Ascensions.
I'm saying, was it spinning? It just spins.
It was doing it on its own.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you've got it in this.
Nice. I'm a big fan of the interactive. I don't know. There's just something about it. It makes them feel like, tangible. It's like these moments are out of this world, Chewy. Yeah. I mean, they're really cool. I think, was it the Kings? Oh no, Russ got a mojo, I believe. Is there a
See, Chewy said for Top Shot, this would be too much to have community vote. I don't know. Like I like the randomness of Top Shot this. I also like how much like Top Shot this is still reserved for kind of the bigger things. But I do feel you because I want. I mean, without that SGA moment being on Top Shot this, it would. I mean, you want your own hometown team.
Well, I was kind of wondering if we were gonna get a Thunder moment on there because I was like, well, it feels like Shea would be the leader to do something like that, and then Dub's been out a lot of the year, and it feels like they're picking a lot of the better players, which makes sense. I mean, it's not all the best players, but it's a lot of the good players. You want to have something that's going to have demand.
All I'm saying is these. I mean, average sale of $69 for a legendary.
Nice.
Like, I mean,
I haven't even looked at them honestly as far as the pricing because it's just you kind of just stick to what you're looking at.
Absolutely, that's what got me because I mean I think the most I paid for one of these is maybe 109, 110. And so like for that, I know it's 20 moments. That's still an investment, but my thought is like we talked about earlier with the tracking. If I get that pack, I'm probably gonna maybe offload it, give somebody a cool case at something, a Lego guarantee for $300 or $400, and then I've got 25 or 30% of my investment back, and then I've got.
So I guess that pack is already available. That challenge, right?
Yes, it is. Let's dive in just because. And Thunder, I appreciate you joining me, man. You let me know if you need to go too. The Thunder have got.
I mean, I could probably do for another about 10 more minutes. I probably
10 more minutes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being on. It's been great having you on the stream tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is a lot of fun. I feel like I used to do the podcast and the streaming and hadn't really done it in a while, so it's good to jump back into the.
So here's that Ascension. It's got a Phil Jackson Heroes of the Game.
Oh, nice. Even got the ultimate. And so that's out of 44. There's only 44 possible. So one out of, well, I guess it would be less than 44 people because not that many people will do it. You probably will have a potential
out of 50.
Out of 50. Okay.
Yeah.
The parallels. Yeah.
Yeah. And you get 2 moments. You get 1 rare and you get 1 Lego. And the Lego is, I mean, you've got Galactic of Desmond Bain. You've got Jackson Hayes, the Omega. You got a Cat Galactic Hollow Icon. And then a couple Ascension Galactics, and then you've got a Luca Hollow, a Wimby Hollow, an Ant-Man Hollow, Cade. Yeah, and Castle. Yeah, Jay. I mean, and this is what got me looking at it. Like, okay, if I complete this, and then at the end of the season, maybe there's 15 that complete. I'm going to get.
That means you're getting 3 total. Yeah, 3 total.
That might pay for the. I mean, at least in value, it might pay for the investment early, but I don't know. It's a little bold, but I'm excited to just see because.
No, you're right. I mean, at least it's at a minimum. It's like you said. If you sell the packs, you could probably get some decent money, especially if that Phil Jackson stays in there and like the Wemby and whatnot. But look, you're scrolling through that. There's some good players. I mean, Castle. I think I saw. There's a few others up top.
Bain, Embiid on the Hollow Icon.
Reeves even. I mean, Dylan Harper rookie. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Rookie MGLE. You got 4 of them. And then you got a perfect serial Austin Reeves in the Hex Wave for MGLE. Like, I don't know, and then,
there's always a Lakers tax. If you've noticed in the market, the Lakers stuff goes so anytime you pull a Laker, you're like, this is good, especially if it's something that's scarce or whatnot, like LeBron, Luca, and Reeves, especially those three.
Absolutely. Well, okay. I think we should do something to kind of conclude the evening. If you're down with it, Thunder Hour, instead of going through the box, I think I would like to rip this pack live with you on the stream if you're good with it. I did purchase one of the Ascension Premium packs that you would get in a case. And so I have
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are pretty good packs. Or they definitely have some nice stuff in there.
guaranteed Lego. I think we should rip it live together and see what we get. What do you say?
Yeah, do it. I'm all for it.
Do it. Okay.
It's your pack, right?
Yeah, let's see what we get here.
It's even easier when it's not your own pack. It's more fun.
Before we do this, I want to say thanks to all you guys that are in the comments. Thanks for those of you guys that entered the giveaway. Shout out to Collecting and Connecting. Wrong finger. It's backwards. There we go. They did some awesome stuff. In of course the community pieces that they do, and they've got some great streams. I want to drop the streams that are coming up because there's some really cool stuff. They've got a live MLB opening ceremony that's coming up, I think, tomorrow. Yes, they've got the Hive that's live the day after. And then we've got a Briar J Cafe. So if you're into Pinnacle, have you done any Pinnacle, Thunder Hour?
Yes, I do I have a Pinnacle collection. It's not gigantic by any means. I have Up. I go for like the ones I really like. Up, Toy Story. I'm collecting the Chip and Dale actually right now. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, one of my favorite cartoons from back in the day when I was a kid.
Nice.
So yeah, I have a small collection. It's nothing too spectacular, but I kind of get my favorites.
Very cool. And they've got we've got a different conversation, and then down in the bayou, of course, to wrap out the week. So a lot of cool stuff. Check them out and watch these awesome Top Shot collectors and Pinnacle collectors and all things digital. All right. Without further ado, let's do this. Wish us luck in the chat. Here we go. Let's see what we can catch on this.
Pull heat.
Premium. Come on. What can you get here? What's the grail here? I need.
Well, I think there's definitely hollow icons. There's some galactics. There's, I don't know. There's definitely I think there's ultimates, but I'm not sure what's all left in there.
All right. Are we feeling the music, or do we mute it for dramatic effect? What do we think?
I mean, it's fine for me, but
you good? Okay, let's leave it. We'll let it jam here. Here we go. First one out of the gate. Probably should video this for Okiekid. Oh, it's the Lego right out. What is it? Attention to the Pistons. Okay, Isaiah Stewart. Not bad.
Is that the one you need?
It is not the one I needed.
Well, I wonder if you could trade maybe for the.
Maybe so.
I don't know if you ever get in like the trade streets, but there's sometimes people looking to swap, especially someone else going for a set,
Yes, we'll check it out and see. But yeah, not bad. You're at 42 out of 44, close to that perfect. What's next? Extra spice.
Blockchain.
13 of 99. Not bad, not bad. All right, next one over. Davidson, 77.
Oh, that's a debut.
99.
That's fun. Debut club collection.
That's cool. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. It is his debut. And last moment mojo. See what we can catch. Vintage Vibes. Oh man, Markielonis? Is that right?
I think it's like Marshallonis. Marshallonis. He's definitely someone from my childhood, but
Golden State Warriors. It looks
not real familiar with his game, but I think he's a pretty good scorer from what I remember.
Vintage look here. This is good quality vintage video here. Look at that. Okay. Just because, let's go back.
I have the entire Vintage Vibes set so far, which
nice. Stacked up the Vintage Vibes. Let's take a look at this Ascension here, just because the Lego. Man, that's just such a beautiful, beautiful look. Nice. Powers home, cutting slam in a Pistons route.
Pistons have been great this season.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Thunder Hour, this was an epic movie, man. Thanks for giving an hour
Yeah,
and
it
a
was
half
a
of your
blast.
time. It was so much fun. I hope you guys that were in the chat enjoyed Chasing the Storm, episode 4. We've got episode 5 coming up in a few weeks. We'll make sure it's out there. And then Chasing the Storm, we'll have a playoff edition. Thunder Hour, we're going to chat off stream and see what games you're going to go to what playoff games we're looking at. We need to rendezvous as we get closer to playoffs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And see if, again, putting it out there, Chewy, I know you're in the chat, man. If you ever find your way to Oklahoma City, you've got a ticket, man. I don't care what game it is. You let me know. We'll get you there. Game 7 of the finals, I don't know. We'll have to talk. Usually those are the family, just to have the moment. But seriously, anybody, we'd love to have you. We love it. We're all inclusive here in Oklahoma City. We want you to come in and enjoy the Thunder experience, because it's one of a kind. I've been to 3 or 4 other arenas, but I really like it. Of course, I'm a hometown guy, so I'm going to say that. But Thunder Hour, any last minute things as we end the stream tonight, man?
Nah, thanks for having me. You didn't plug it, but I love the Okie Rips every day. Those are so much fun. So keep doing your thing. I'm impressed with your, commitment to the consistency, because that's not, it's not easy to do just day after day, but it's really fun. Love getting that you get your girls involved and whatnot. So
I appreciate it. Well, thanks.
A lot of
fun. For that. We'll keep Okie Rips going. We got to do today's. We haven't, so we'll do it as soon as the stream ends. But awesome. With that being said, from Thunder Hour and from Okie Kid, Chasing the Storm episode 4. Bye, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday. See ya.
Thunder up.
That's right. Always.